Hey guys, Libby News here. Today I'm doing something a little bit different, as I'm sure you can tell. I decided to do a reaction to my blind speculation and reaction video I made, I guess like back in January. And obviously I'm showing my face, which happens probably like once every year on my channel. For my Let's Play, it would have been really hard to kind of like have this included in every single video, but for small stuff like this, it's not too big of a deal. I'm hoping I can get like better equipment though in the future so I can show more like face cam videos in general. Yeah, for this video, I'm going to be reacting to that video I made like forever ago, because a lot of you guys said that some of my theories are really funny and some of my like speculation was really funny in that. So I want to find out what's so fucking funny about it, why everybody was laughing in the comments section. You guys also said not to look at it or like think about it after I made it and to wait until after I played the game to look at it again. So that is what I have done, although I do remember some of the theories I said, and I kind of did keep some of those in mind, like while I was playing the Let's Play, even though I was told not to. It was like so hard not to do that. I do want to apologize for like the slight hiatus I've been on for the past couple weeks. I did want to work through some personal stuff, but I feel a lot better now. Also, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about the free time events for V3 quite yet, because I did have a slight problem with recording. So I recorded yesterday for about 4 hours and my computer overheated and just like froze. I lost a ton of the gameplay that I did yesterday, which I'm pretty bummed out about, and I was thinking it'd be easier to Let's Play it. Since my live stream schedule is not the best, like, it'd just be easier to Let's Play it and like post it, but since that happened, I'm a little bit like more cautious about obviously Let's Playing it. I was like, at least if my computer overheats in the middle of a live stream, like everybody already saw me play it and I can just pick up from where I'm at and I don't have to go back and replay it, and like, I don't know, it's just like, I'm so bummed out because you guys will never see my initial reactions to like Kaido's free time events or like half of Kaide's and like the last 2 ones of Kibo's, and I did like 2 of the Love Hotel stuff, like I did Maki's and Ryoma's, so it does stink that you guys aren't gonna see like my initial reactions to those. But yeah, I was like, I kind of decided to do this so I wouldn't have to face the frustration that I felt again with that, and also to kind of let you guys know what's going on and why it might take a little bit longer for you guys to see those videos. But anyways, it's gonna be pretty weird watching this video. I don't really watch my videos after I post them. I don't know why. I feel okay watching my videos when I like am editing them and nobody's seen them yet, but after I post them and like I see the view count, like, oh, 77,000 people have watched this, it just, I don't know, the whole video makes me kind of cringe. So I'll try my best, but there's gonna be a lot of cringing, I'm sure. I'm sure that I'll be doing, so just bear with me. Okay, let's play it. Hey guys, Libby News here. So today I'm going to be doing my first impression / speculation video regarding the V3. So far so good. I'm not cringing that much. It is kind of weird hearing my voice though after it goes up, I guess. I don't know. Further ado, let's go ahead and begin. So the first character I'm going to talk about is Kaide. The Famitsu article said that she is a protagonist girl who has grown up with piano all of her life. She's a cheerful, optimistic hard worker with blooming talent whose friends call her Piano Idiot because she dedicates herself to piano so thoroughly. She's become good enough to win at competitions and has been given the title of Super High School Level Pianist or Ultimate Pianist. I'm gonna pause it really quickly. 217. I do remember some of my predictions for Kaide. I know I said she was gonna survive, which I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to see that. Oh, I believed in Kaide. I always believed she would survive. I forgot, but I think a lot of times too when I was making these videos, I would just say like idiot instead of baka because I like didn't, I don't know, want to like butcher the Japanese words. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep going. I personally feel like I'll really like Kaide. I'm very sad that I missed all of the Weeby is Kaide memes. That picture now! During my height. Oh, that picture is like the first thing that shows up when you search my name too, and it's like Weeby News Phase, and it's like that fucking picture. It's like, damn it. No, it won't die. And I encouraged it too. I also do remember reading somewhere that she's supposed to be kind of bossy too, so I think it'll be funny to see her interactions with characters like Aruma, Amami, and Oma, characters that I don't think will have a super great reaction to bossy behavior. Also, we had in Danganronpa 1, Naigi, who
I'm like
was
so
super
excited about her
normal
being the
guy,
protagonist.
and then in
This is
Danganronpa
so
2,
sad.
we had Hajime, who was normal for the most part, but of course he had that huge Izuru Kamakura plot twist related to him. So in this game, I wonder if Kaede is going to be kind of the normal one of the group, or if there's going to be a crazy plot twist associated with her as well.
The plot twist is that she fucking dies. Oh man. God. Oh, fuck my life. I think for a really long time I thought she was gonna be like the mastermind. I think it was because of that like headgear on her. I thought she like downloaded Junko's AI or something. And I remember I think I like wanted to include that in the video, like that theory, but I thought it was kind of stupid. But it was like the best thing I could come up with, so I don't know, I think I just decided to like leave it out last minute. The Kaede section's depressing. It's a little depressing. A little sad. Makes me want to die a little. It's no big deal. She was just the best girl. I'm just like so, I don't know. I was so bummed out that she died early. I really liked her. And not just because of like the meme of me and her, you know?
From what I've heard, this game is like absolutely insane, like crazier than both the last two games, so I lean towards the latter. As for what it could be, I'm really not 100% sure. I think it's one of those things where you really have to start to play the game in order to come up with a decent theory, because I stared at the trailers for quite a while and I couldn't really come up with anything solid enough to want to mention it in the video.
Yeah, this is the part where I wanted to mention the Junko theory.
Screenshots I saw of her
That she was downloading Junko's AI. Oh yeah, something else. Let me go back really quickly. I thought that this little thing right here was Rantaro for like the longest time. I can't remember. I don't think I ever said that in a video either because I thought it was too stupid. But that was like another theory that I had. Kind of wanted to show you guys all the behind the scenes theories and stupid stuff I came up with. But yeah, you can tell here, this is where I was really like, I want to say that fucking Junko theory, but it's so stupid. I can't say it kind of thing. Oh man.
Since I have 15 other characters to talk about, so maybe I'll come back and I'll try and make a video regarding this later. But overall,
I can't remember
right
if I ever
now,
talked about that later.
She'll live through the killing game, and I do think she'll be one of my top 5 favorite characters.
Oh,
Next
ow.
up
The
is
top 5 thing was right at least. Oh man, the top 5 thing was right. Live. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That's painful. But anyways,
Rantaro Amami, and of course the most notable thing about him being that his talent is unknown. If I had to give my first impressions just based off of looks, I would say the ultimate Abercrombie model.
I'm so lame.
For real though, he is too pretty. Just way too pretty. Although his double ahoges kind of freak me out. It's just too much ahoge. They look like they're about to fight each other for dominance. Like it just it wigs me out. But moving on.
I remember I like was trying so hard to come up with a joke for Rantaro. I don't know how I didn't see that he was the ultimate BTS member beforehand, because I think I said like the Abercrombie model joke, but I was like, I'm not committed to this. Like, this isn't how I truly feel. He's not just an Abercrombie model. He's a fucking BTS member. He really does look like one. I could see him in BTS. I think it's also because like a lot of the times, like I feel like BTS members, they always have like their hair where it's like kind of blonde, but like kind of like, you know, like a bluish color too, or like pink or something. And that's why he reminds me of that, because his hair is like kind of green, but kind of blonde. Like, you're not really sure which one it is. And that's kind of why he reminds me of a BTS member, to be honest. But anyways, okay, let's keep going.
To what I really think about his possible talent. I definitely think that whatever his talent is, he's probably lying about not knowing it. The Famitsu article makes it seem like he's really carefree about not knowing it and not remembering it, so it just seems a little suspicious to me. In the Famitsu article, it also meant that although he comes off as being carefree and someone who just wants to have a good time, he's also able to coldly interrogate Monokuma about his motives and seems to show deep understanding of the situation. He often talks as if he...
Okay, so I was like kind of... No, I was pretty much wrong. I was like kind of right, I think, about... Well, he definitely, you know, obviously he knew more stuff than what was going on because he had like the Ultimate Survivor perk, but what else? I was wrong about him like actually knowing his talent though, right? Or wait, no, he did know it. Yeah, wait. I can't remember. Did he know it? I might have to go back. Did they say it in the yeah, because he had the ultimate survivor perk. So yeah, I was kind of right. I was right. Yeah, I was right about it because he did know. He knows something that the other students don't know. Based off of this, I feel like his talent might be something criminal related, and that's why he seems to have more experience in dealing with dark situations like this, and why he's more brave with interrogating Monokuma and such. Because based off of those lines, the obvious assumption would be that he's the mastermind, he's working with the mastermind, or something like that, but yeah. I don't think Danganronpa would make it that obvious. And I'm guessing he could know something about the killing game that the others don't know, but based off of like what little information I know, I don't feel like I can come up with a decent guess as to what that is. So okay. Yes, the criminal talent that I like thought of honestly when I was doing this was like tax evader. So stupid. Oh, it's so stupid. That was like my initial thing was like ultimate tax evader. And I remember somebody in the comments section made like a joke comment like Rantaro Mommy, ultimate tax evader, and I was like, shit, they're on to me. They know my stupid theories I didn't include in the video because they were too dumb. I like looked up a bunch of like petty criminal things, but I thought that, and then I thought like black market salesman or something along those lines. Just gonna stick with the criminal talent for right now. Since in his bio it mentions that he gives off the impression of being shallow, I feel like his talent would have to do something with money. So maybe like a con artist or a thief or a black market
I didn't include the tax evader part.
Along those lines. At first, I really thought he would be a Nagito type character, but I've moved on and decided that I think he'll be more of like a best boy
Rantaro would have made
character.
such a good best boy.
You know how you have Chiaki and Kirigiri as best girl to Hajime and Naegi. I feel like he'll be the best boy to
603. He would have been such a good best boy. That makes me sad. I was really bummed that like nothing ever really happened with this character. I still feel like I don't know like anything about him. I haven't played the free time events yet for him like at all, mostly because I was like, I don't even know what to give him as a gift. Like, what is he even like? I don't know anything about him. I don't know. It kind of bums me out. Bums me out pretty hardcore. Hopefully we'll get like a spin-off game of him. I would really like that. Okay. 603.
Friday, because now that we have a female protagonist, we need a best boy instead of a
female
best
protagonist.
I feel like if he is best boy, then he'll probably have a more roundabout way of helping, kind of how Komaeda would help Hajime in the trials. But like I said, I think he'll be more of a helpful character than like an anti-hero. But moving on, I do think he'll be another one of my top 5 favorite characters, just based off of what I've seen so far. And I do think he'll live as well. Next up is a
Rip. Rip. Oh, okay, so far pretty bad. He didn't become one of my top 5 favorite characters just because like I don't feel like I know anything about him still. I mean, I liked the idea of him, but I guess, like I said, I think a spin-off game would help me really like him as a character. Okay.
And she is the ultimate inventor. She seems to be very headstrong and loud based off of her bio and what we see in the trailer, but it also seems to imply that she has a very timid side to her as well. I really like her so far. I think she'll be one of my favorite characters as well. And in the trailer, it seems like she already is bumping heads with Kaede a little bit, and I think she'll bump heads with Himiko as well.
I did love all the stuff that she said to Kaede in the game. Those are pretty funny. Oh god, like I remember sometimes she was like, you're fingering piano keys, just like you're letting like Shuichi finger you or something. She like said a bunch of stuff like that. That was pretty freaking funny. But I think she's probably pretty high on my list of favorite characters. I'm trying to think, who are my favorite characters from V3? Obviously Oma, Kaede, Saihara, Tenko for sure. Maybe, I feel like she's probably at least in like my top 6. I feel like I really liked her out of the girls. Okay, let's keep going.
Because she seems to be all about taking it easy, and Aruma seems to be the exact opposite. Also, since she's the
701. I was really surprised that they didn't do anything like a subplot with that, with Himiko being super lazy and then her being like super headstrong all the time. I kind of thought they would do something about that, but I guess not. My main focus on making this videos was like taking the bios and just kind of running with it. I think that's why like a lot of people said I got a bunch of stuff really right and a bunch of stuff really wrong, because I think I was like taking it a little too literally, but I think it helped in some ways.
Ultimate Inventor, I feel like she'll really like Kibo, and I'm
Oh,
really looking
God.
forward to see what their interactions are. I feel like
I
she'll
got
wanna
something
do
right.
with him.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, she really liked Kibo for sure. Like I said, I took a lot of these bios and kind of ran with them, and that was definitely something I ran with. I was like, she likes robots, and he's a robot, so like, shipping, like, kind of thing. So far, it'd been pretty rough, but I got that one right. Okay.
And look at all of his parts, and he'll take it as her discriminating against robots or something like that.
No,
I don't
no,
know.
he
I
seemed
just
like he
feel
liked
their
it.
interactions would be really funny.
That's so
and
funny.
Unfortunately, I do think she will die, and I lean towards the idea of her being a victim to emphasize the more timid side of her personality.
0.1
We'll
for
probably
me.
learn a little bit about her backstory or something along those lines after she passes.
Okay, that
or
was-
at least
that
in
part
her
was
free
wrong.
time events. Next up is
Okay, 735. That part was wrong, though. I was like, 1 point for me. She died and she was a victim, but we didn't really learn anything about her backstory from her death or anything along those lines, so rip. Oh, here we go. Oma, the best boy. 735.
Kichi Oma, and his talent is the ultimate leader, and I've also seen people translate it as ultimate dictator. And I've seen a lot of fan art for this character. Nothing spoiler related, I just know he has a lot of fangirls. In the Famitsu article about him, it also states that he claims to be the supreme leader of an evil secret society with over 10,000 members. And although it's unknown if this secret society actually exists, but Saihara recalls something about there being a secret organization. So based off of the description and the trailer, it does seem like lying is going to be his main theme. And we do know that lying is something you can do to actually help yourself in the trials now, so I feel like he'll be in the tutorial for the new lie mechanic. Like I said before, originally I thought Amami would be the new Komaeda, but now I definitely think it's Oma. My main impression of him is just that he's gonna be like a little shit the whole game. I feel like in the trials he's gonna lie to try to put us off and just be like super sarcastic, like, wow, Kaede, that was a great hope speech. I feel so much better. We're totally not all gonna die horrible deaths. Kidding, that was one of my kind lies. Get ready to die, motherfucker.
Oh,
I
God.
feel like he's also
Oh, my jokes are so cringy. That was before I even like wanted to try. I knew I wanted to try to do like voices or whatever when I did the Let's Play, because I like doing like little voices. I think it's fun. I think I did do like a voice impression of him at the end of this one. I don't think it was very good. But I do remember I didn't want to do like any kind of voice impressions in this, really, because I was worried that people would think they were bad. I kind of always knew like voice acting was something I kind of wanted to try, and I never really got the chance to do it until my Let's Play, so we're all gonna die, motherfuckers. Like, that's how I would do it now. But of course, like in this video, I'm like so awkwardly like, I'm Oma Kokichi. At least I was kind of right about the way he acted. He was definitely a little shit. And yeah, I remember thinking the lie mechanic did make a lot more sense. That was like a big reason why I thought that he would be like a Komaeda type of character, basically. Okay, let's keep going.
those characters you either love or hate, and I think he'll probably end up being one of my favorite characters.
Hell yeah.
I've already had people request I do a character analysis of him, so that's a pretty good sign. I do think he'll die in the killing game, and I lean towards him being the killer, but I feel like if he is the killer, it's not going to be a normal trial. It'll be something really dramatic like Nagito's trial. So I don't know, I just think he'll make a really big scene in one of these trials, and more than likely he'll be the killer, whether it be suicide or something else. Next up is Kibo, and
I guess
he is the ultimate.
Because suicide, it kind of was, yeah, because, yeah, it was a suicide. Oh, I did get that right. That's cool. That's pretty cool. It is interesting. I got the suicide part right. I didn't think that part would be right. I feel like I just kind of threw that out there just because I compared him so much to Komaeda, or like I was so expecting him to be like a Komaeda type of character. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyways, let's go. Kibo! I know I got a bunch of shit wrong in this that I really, really thought was right.
Robot. His bio states a robot outfitted with maturing AI that boost advanced learning functions as well as recording functions. Raised by his creator, Professor Itabashi, as their own child and sent to attend high school, he has been recognized as an ultimate even as a robot. It also mentions that he gets heated whenever someone says or does something prejudiced against robots. Because he is a robot, he often can't read the air and is oblivious to things.
So
honestly,
cute.
based off of everything I've seen about all the characters so far, far. Kibo is actually my #1 favorite.
Oh,
I just think he's
Kibo.
adorable. He's so likable. Unfortunately, I do think he'll die, and I do see him being a victim as well. Firstly, because he just seems too pure to kill anybody, but also because in his little bio from Famitsu, it mentions that he has recording functions, and I'm basing this off of nothing, but that really seems like evidence that they would use in a trial. My idea is that his death will be kind of weird and odd, to where in the recording you won't see the killer, but you'll know his last moments alive. So like hypothetically speaking, he was, you know, knocked unconscious and then hung up from the ceiling or something, then dropped, similar to Nidai's death, but he wasn't awake until seconds before he died, so then in the recording all you see is him falling. Like I said,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember that theory. I was like so proud of that. I really thought that was like dead on. I really thought that was what was going to happen. Because I thought, like, why would they say the recording function if it doesn't take place like in the game as like a big plot point somehow? And I guess like the initial idea would be like what it actually is, just that like, oh, he records stuff and you use that as evidence and yada yada yada. That's what it ended up being in the game. But I thought like, well, I should think like outside of the box, and he seems to be like super duper likable, so of course Kodaka's got to kill him off. And so that was why like I came up with that theory, but I was really proud of that. I really thought that was gonna be true.
basing that off of nothing, but that just seems like a very Danganronpa kind of evidence thing. Next up is Ganta Gokuhara, and he is the ultimate entomologist. And I just have to read you guys the bio for him. 10 years ago, a young Ganta got lost in the woods while searching for insects. Thanks to being raised by a kind family of wolves, he learned to speak with animals and insects, earning him an ultimate title. I already love this guy too. Oh, that's adorable. But in the bio and in the trailer, it definitely seems like he'll be a gentle giant sort of character, and that being a true gentleman is something he really strives for. It also mentions in the bio that when the topic of insects comes up, he can subtly change, and you can also see little shots of him looking more scary in the trailer as well. Unfortunately, I do think he'll die as well, and at first I thought for sure he would have to be a victim because he's just too pure, but since he does have a little bit of an anger streak, I could potentially see him being a killer. The reason being because he wants to hold this sort of gentleman title, and he seems to be a very sweet guy.
Oh
so
yeah, it was really
like
sad
this
when that
massive
happened.
irony
Yeah.
and shock if he was a killer. Not to mention, it would be just really sad to see a character that we know is genuinely good to accidentally kill someone, or to lose their temper and kill someone, or commit suicide or something like that. So I could see the game making him a killer for the emotional aspect of it. Next up is
Yeah, they did. They fucking did. 12-14. Yeah, I feel like I was using Danganronpa logic a little bit with Gantas as well, kind of like what I was trying to do with Kibo's. Just figuring out like what would be like the saddest shit that Kodaka would try to do. I do remember back then though, I thought that if he did end up being a killer, it would be more so like he lost his temper and just like he would have to like, I don't know, like he would really like be wanting to like hide it in the trial, and then like they would be like, no, Ganta, you gotta tell us. And I don't know. I think it was way sadder what they actually did in the game than what I was thinking of, but like what I was thinking of was pretty sad too. It was kind of like, I guess, I don't know. It was so much worse in the game because he like didn't even know that he had killed them until like afterwards, and he didn't have any memory of it. And oh god, that was really fucked up. That was a really sad trial. Oh god. Ugh. But yeah, I remember last minute thinking that Ganta could be a killer, mostly because of the temper thing, but the way that they did it in the game was like way sadder than what I was thinking. So best boy, yes.
Saihara, the ultimate detective. His bio mentions that he learned how to become a detective by watching his uncle, and it implies that he doesn't think he's accomplished enough to be called a famous detective. So to me, it seems like he might have some sort of an inferiority complex compared to the accomplishments of his uncle. It mentions that he learned by watching his uncle and not that his uncle taught him, so I'm not really sure if their relationship is super great or not. My idea would be that his uncle doesn't acknowledge him in some some way as being a true detective, either because he doesn't like him or because he's just a massive perfectionist and it'll take just a lot for Saihara to do to get him to acknowledge him as such, and that would be the reason why Saihara seems to be a bit more insecure about himself. I feel like he has the potential to be one of my favorite characters as well, and I think that if Amami's not the best boy, then he will be. And I do think he'll live
right
through
about
the
something. Yay! Yay. I was right about something. I think I was pretty wrong about his relationship with his uncle. I thought that like Saihara would be related to the mastermind somehow as well for like a very long time. Even like when I first started playing the game, I was like really untrusting of him until he became the protagonist, because I thought like, you know, Ultimate Juveniles Academy, his uncle is a detective and there's like a big relationship there, so like surely his uncle must be like running the school or something. But yeah, no, I guess I was pretty much wrong about like why he was timid and like had an inferiority complex. I was thinking more so it'd be like that he had some sort of like beef with his uncle, but it really just kind of had to do more so with that case that he told Kaede about.
Talking about Tsumugi, I think that's how you pronounce her name, but she is the ultimate cosplayer. In her bio it mentions that she likes making costumes more than wearing them and has a habit of quoting famous sayings from various sources such as manga, anime, etc. So I'm looking forward to seeing what shows she references. Even just in the character introduction trailer, you can see a Hatsune Miku wig behind her. Also in the trailer, she states that black-haired, red-eyed characters are all great without exception, which reminded me of a certain character from Danganronpa 1, and also Maki in this game has red eyes and black hair, so it makes me wonder if she might try to dress her up in some sort of cosplay, which I think would be really fun because Maki seems to be really shy and timid, and I feel like their interaction.
Yeah, I think that was another example of me like running way too far with the Famitsu kind of being like, well, she says she likes black hair, red eye characters, so Maki kind of thing. Yeah, I guess it was just kind of like the what was it? The Atua thing. That was like the only time it was really ever brought up.
Would be really funny. Other than that, I do think she'll die in the Killing Game.
Wasn't really wrong about that.
She'll be a victim or a killer. I really have no idea, honestly. But I'm gonna go with killer just because I feel like her talent would be cool to use. Because if she's great at making costumes, then she could dress herself up as somebody else and maybe attack someone at night where it's kind of dark and they can't see her very well. Then let them go so that they can tell everyone that Amami attacked them. And then she could go actually kill someone still dressed as Amami or whoever, and it would be a good way to frame someone, kind of like the Robo Justice thing.
I remember I did get like sketchy
Next
vibes from her. I think I got like Celeste vibes from her. I think it was just like her design made me think she was going to be a killer for some reason. Oh god, Korekio. I don't remember anything I said about him. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay.
Next up is Korekio Shinguji, and he is the ultimate anthropologist. His bio states that in order to study folklore, he's visited various areas and met with many people. From that experience, he has formed a pet theory of humanity's unlimited beauty, and seems very interested in studying human behaviors and seeing what kind of beauty the cast will bring being in the Killing Game. This character is very different than what I thought he would be based off of his looks. I think I'll really like him, and I'm definitely interested to learn more about his character. As for his backstory, it does
I kind of like him. I don't know. He's kind of fucked up, but like I kind of like that he was really fucked up, you know? He's definitely one of my characters I'm like most interested to do the free time events with still, and to do like a character analysis of. Like him and Oma I'm definitely the most like hyped up for. I don't know, I honestly think I might be like a little bit more excited for Korekio's just because he's such a little freaking psychopath. So I did kind of end up really liking him.
Seem like he's covering up a good portion of his face with those bandages, and I wonder if he has some sort of scarring on him, maybe like burn scarring or something that he was made fun of and called ugly for, and that's why beauty became this really big thing for him, and that's why he always longed for it, because he thought if he could obtain beauty for himself, he would have the world and everything would be easier. I do think he'll die in the Killing Game, and I definitely lean more towards him being a killer. I feel like I could see him killing somebody to see how beautifully the group responds to the murder, and I feel like
I remember my little like pop-up thing right there was like, that's some Komaeda logic right there. Now I do remember the burn scar thing. I thought that was a good theory. I liked that idea of him like having burn scars and that being the reason,
why, I don't know, he was like obsessed with beauty and stuff, but his actual thing was like way more fucked up and weird than what I was thinking.
His execution could be really cool as well. I think it would be similar to Celeste's in the way that I think Monokuma would make it start out being beautiful and everything he dreamed of, and then by the end of it, right before he dies, turn it into something ugly just to emphasize his insecurities. Next up,
I was kind of right about that. I guess I was right about I guess like him, I don't know, like playing on the insecurities, because it was like he saw like his sister and she like threw salt on him or whatever before he died. But I was thinking, of course, like it would be something way different. Like I was really thinking of like a Celeste type of execution, honestly, like everything she dreamed of, and then like, oh, all of a sudden it's like not what she wanted. Oh wait, no, I kind of was right about that, because he did want to die for a little bit, didn't he? Because he wanted to be with his sister. I was right about that though then. I was right about it being like he wanted to die initially, but then Monokuma pulled out his sister and turned it around to where like he was like, oh fuck me, this is not what I expected anymore. But obviously I was kind of thinking it was different. I was thinking like I was really gung-ho on like the burn scar thing, so I was thinking more along the lines of like what happened to Celeste, like the beautiful execution, and then like, you know, a fire truck hit her. But I was thinking more so it'd have to do with like fire would be like a bad thing for him or something along those lines, and it would like expose his scars and all that. I don't know. Something like that. That's what I was thinking.
is Tenko, and she is the ultimate Aikido master. She also seems to have a really big vendetta against boys for some reason. Like I said, I'm not really going off of anything. I'm guessing that she was discriminated against or made fun of growing up trying to do martial arts as a girl, and so she felt that men were being sexist towards her as she was studying. Maybe she had a father figure too who was just very unsupportive of the idea, so she grew up to just dislike guys. I do think she'll die, and I feel like I could see her being a killer, but at the same time, she kind of seems like a Saionji type of character, and I feel like she'll be mean to everyone and stuff during the trials, but I don't know that they'll make her a killer, so I'm kind of on the edge with this one. I lean towards her being a victim, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Next up is
I was really surprised that Tenko ended up being a character I liked. She's really honestly like in my top 5 characters, I would say. Probably my second favorite girl from the whole game. I really liked her because, I mean, even though I guess she kind of came off as hating men, she had like a really sweet, personable side to her, and I haven't played her free time events yet, so I don't even know if any of the stuff I said was right regarding like her past and all that, but I'll be interested to play her free time events for sure.
And she is the ultimate maid. She puts duty before self, and even in the extreme condition of being locked inside the prison school for the gifted, her will to work for the sake of others doesn't change. She reminds me a lot of Peko and how she was for Vihiko, but it seems like for her, she feels that way of protecting everybody. It mentions that she's talented in sports, so I wonder if her and Ryoma will become friends, and
oh
maybe that will
no,
help her
ouch,
learn to be
ouch.
more a part
Oh,
of the
that
group
hurts.
rather
That's
than
awful.
a
No,
social
I remember this now. Ow. Ow. I wonder if Kurumi and Ryoma will become biffles. That's fucking awful. Oh man, yeah. That's fucking terrible. That's a pretty bad hit. Okay, 1722.
Other than that, I do think she'll die, and I think I see her more being a victim. Although she does seem to be kind of cold when presenting herself, I think deep down inside she is a genuine person.
I did say
and
that.
Sweet, and I guess has a bit of a soft side.
I did say I thought she would be the mother of the group, so that part was right. I think it was because like her bio did seem very like motherly, taking care of everyone, always wanting to do maid-like duties. I definitely didn't think she was going to be the prime minister, that she was trying to make Japan great again or anything like that. Definitely didn't get any of that fucking stuff right. Oh man.
Up is Maki, whose talent is the ultimate caregiver. It mentions that she's kind of socially awkward, and also that she started using her talent by helping out at the orphanage that raised her. So absolutely forever ago on my channel, I mentioned that there was a theory that because Maki has a mole under her left eye that symbolizes a life of tragedy. And I think that theory might end up being right, because as we see here, I mean, she's supposed to have been raised in an orphanage, so I'm guessing some not so
also great stuff happened to her parents. I didn't really know what to make of Maki after reading her bio. I thought she'd be more of like a Kirigiri type character, but regardless, I do still feel like she'll help a decent amount in trials, just because she seems to have a good head on her shoulders, and I feel like she is a good bit more normal than a lot of the other characters, so I feel like her and Kaede could end up being good friends. Also, I do feel like she'll live through the killing game. Next
I got that right, at least.
Hoshi.
Okay, 1837. I got that right, at least. She lived. I thought she'd be a lot nicer than she actually was in the game. Remember, she had a pretty cold exterior when playing, and that kind of surprised me. I thought her and Kaede would get along a lot more. Of course, she only knew Kaede for like a fucking chapter, but like, I don't know. I thought they would be friends. I'll play her free time events as Kaede and see if maybe we get like a, I don't know, like a friendship sort of thing going on. I don't know.
He is the ultimate tennis player, but it can be noted that in his bio that although he was a tennis player with a promising future, he killed mafia members by hitting them in the head with his custom-made steel tennis ball. The organization was annihilated and he became a prisoner on death row. I really like this character a lot more than I thought I would based off of just his silhouette. I think it's really cool. His past is so secret and mysterious, but he's so adorable. Also, the mafia thing makes me wonder if the mafia members he killed were related to Fuyuhiko in some sort of way. I do want to mention that
that would have been cool. I forgot I said that. That was pretty cool. I like that idea. I think that would be cool if they did that. I totally forgot that I even said that. That would be really cool if he did have some sort of like relation to Fuyuhiko's mafia group. So I'm really looking forward to finishing his free time events too. This is why I wanted to record this after I played all the free time events, but the thing happened and now it's like I just want to like do something else for a little bit while I try to figure out how to fix that. Okay, let's keep going.
Like a continuation of the Hope's Peak Academy story, or that it will connect super closely plot-wise. I do think they'll mention characters from the past, and I think this could be a moment where maybe they bring up the Kuzuryu clan, and even if Ryoma didn't kill the Kuzuryu clan and he killed another one, they could still mention it here. I do think he'll die in the killing game, and although he does have a lot of experience with killing people, I do lean more towards him being a victim rather than a killer. Next is Momota Kaito, and he is the ultimate astronaut. His bio says, faking his way through astronaut exams using forged documents, he was found out but allowed to stay on as a trainee thanks to being an interesting, amusing person of talent. He's someone with a passionate heart for lives for dreams and romance. I can't tell if this character is gonna be Leon or Hagakure.
Oh, yeah.
Leon because, you know, he lives for dreams and romance, and he looks really angry in the first trial, and Hagakure because he faked his way through astronaut school. Either way, I'm interested to see his character. He seems like he'll be somebody pretty entertaining. He also seems to be a bit of a hothead, so he kind of gives me like an Iwata vibe too. A character I could see him butting heads with is Tenko because she's so anti-boy, and I feel like he seems to be a bit of a musclehead. But moving on, I do think he'll die, and I see him being a killer, honestly.
Oh god, I got that right. Ouch. Oh no, I forgot about that.
Kind of similar to that of Iwata's, where he just loses his temper. I could also see him getting so tied up and wanting to pursue his dreams and stuff outside of the killing game that it would lead him to kill somebody.
Ouch.
The only thing I'm not so sure about is how they would do an execution for him.
It's 2058. I remember like when I made this, I really did not think that Kaido would be that big of a character. I thought that he would die in like chapter 1 or chapter 2 and that he would be a killer in one of those chapters. I didn't think that he would last very long, to be honest. I was really surprised when he did. And I remember I thought that he would be like a huge hothead when I made this video too. Like I thought he'd be really mean. And him and Tenko were like the only two characters when I made this video that I was like unsure of whether or not I would like them. And I didn't say that in the video because I was like, I don't want to say like before I even meet the characters like, oh, I'm probably not going to like this person, or I don't think I might like this person, because you never know. And I'm happy I didn't, because they actually ended up being like two of my favorite characters. Like I would say they're both in my top 5 favorite characters from V3. So that's pretty cool
for him, since they already did like a space themed execution for Jin Kirigiri, so I might be wrong on this. Next up is Himika.
Okay, pause again. 2106. Yeah, I think like I remember thinking more so like they wouldn't do that. Like if he seems like he'd be a killer because he's such a hothead, but like they wouldn't reuse just a whole execution. But of course they fucking did, because it's Danganronpa and it's never what you fucking expect it to be. So I should have kept that in mind when I made this video.
The ultimate magician, and based off of the trailer and the bio, she seems to be kind of lazy and very relaxed. Like I said, I think she'll butt heads with Aruma. I'm also interested to see her tricks because in the bio it mentions that she has a to the max side, but also a lazy side.
You never see her tricks.
To see her big, impressive tricks versus her lazy, about to take a nap tricks. I do think she'll die, and I do feel like she'll be a victim in the killing game, but I hope I'm wrong because I think she would make a really good killer, because then she could try to use tricks to cover up the crime scene, and I feel like her execution would be so cool too, like a magic themed execution. It could be Monokuma doing the saw trick or throwing knives at her while she's on a spinning wheel. I think it would be really cool, but that's pretty much my opinion on this character. And the
okay, 2158. Okay. Yeah, I still think that would have been a cool, Himiko would have made a cool killer. I'm happy she didn't, like, now playing the game and seeing, like, what her character was all about. I'm happy she got, like, an arc and she kind of grew from, like, Tenko's words and all that stuff. But, yeah, it is kind of interesting seeing that. I did go back and forth. I, like, thought for sure she was gonna die, but she was another character along with, like, Tsumugi and Tenko that I was, like, really back and forth on, like, whether or not I thought they would be a killer or a victim. And I think it was those three that I was like, like a lot on. So yeah, I think it was just I decided to settle with Tsumugi because she gave me like the most, I think like Celestia vibes or something along those lines. Okay, Anji. 2158.
final character is Angie.
Angie.
I'm not completely sure which way you're supposed to say that.
2204. Yeah, I still don't know how you're supposed to say her name. I'm not really sure if it's Angie or Anji, to be honest. I thought it was Anji, but I was talking to my boyfriend, and he, like, watched one of my videos, and he was like, why do you say Anji? I was like, I don't know. I just thought that was how you said it. But, yeah, I guess you guys can let me know if that's how you pronounce it, because if I do an analysis for her, I would like to say her name right. Maybe I'll just say Yanaga the whole time. Okay, 2204.
So I'm just gonna say Yanaga. She is the ultimate artist, right, and her bio states that believing that the god of the island is always at her side, she's a girl with a poised heart. She can work with drawing, sculptures, and so on, but she's known to say that the one who is really creating everything is God. I feel like she has the potential to be one of my favorite characters too, and I'm really interested to see about her home life on her island and what happened there. I'm interested to see if she has any crazy miracle stories about this ancient god. I feel like she'll be an easy target for Oma to pick on though, because she's such a free spirit. I feel like he'll be like, oh wow, like these stories are great. I totally believe your dumb ancient god's real. Sikaide, that was another kind line.
So awkward.
I cannot reiterate enough how much I feel like Oma's just gonna be a little shit the whole game.
Okay, 2253. Oh, rip. I do remember a bunch of people saying they liked my Oma impressions, like, in this video. They didn't even know the future of my Oma. Like, you're fucking stupid god, Anji. It's such a piece of shit. You're so dumb. I think he liked Anji, though. Yeah, I think he pretty much liked Anji. I was totally wrong about that. I, like, realized when I started playing the game, I was like, oh yeah, I totally got that wrong. Like, it made way more sense for him to pick on Kibo. I don't know why I thought Anji. I think I really didn't know what to say about Anji when I was making this video, so I just kind of, like, started talking about Oma more. Because, you know, I'm obsessed with him, and he's the best boy ever. But, I do remember pretty much just thinking she would be, like, an Asahina Akane character, and she surprised me a lot. She was very different than what I expected.
But moving back to Yanaga, I do think that she will live through the killing game as well. But with that, that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's not as analysis heavy as most of my videos, and it kind of feels weird to be talking more about opinions and like kind of making predictions off of just like very little information because there's just not a whole lot to go off of. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to post your predictions in the comment section. I'd love to see them, and if you have any theories of your own, and if you've already played V3 and you just came here to see what what I think might happen, then feel free to laugh at my predictions in the comments section. That was pretty much what everybody did. As for next video, I'm gonna keep voting, and I'll keep
let me
looking
go back to my
through
survivors
to decide
list.
who I'll do.
So let me see what I got right and what I got wrong. Okay, so I got Kokichi wrong and I got Tsumugi wrong, although they both ended up being like sketchy, I guess. And Kokichi was like he was like the one that like masterminded it, but like, you know, I kind of felt like that was what it was. I kind of thought I leaned towards him being a killer and it not being like a Komaeda situation again, because I didn't think that they would like repeat, I guess, the same sort of situation that Komaeda did. But of course it was like I said before, they were trying to do like the whole like Hope's Peak Academy redo thing. So it makes sense that they did that now. Let me see. Victims. I think since everybody fucking died in this game, I got most of the victims right, I think. Himiko was obviously a survivor, but she was the only one. Kurumi was ended up being a killer. Then Kibo wasn't really a victim. He kind of suicided at the end. So I got that wrong. Of course I got Kaede wrong because I was like, she's the protagonist. She's going to live the whole game. Woo! Then Anji, I just kind of thought she reminded me of like Asahina and Akane. So I was like, we need one of those characters at the end. And then Kaede and Rantaro. Fucking rip. I think like I wasn't sure if like Rantaro or Shuichi would be like the best boy at the time. Like I thought one of them would help Kaede with the cases, but I didn't know which one. So I was like, screw it. I'll just say both of them are going to be survivors. So I'll get like one right maybe if like that idea is right. Because it seemed like they were the most likely candidates for best boy. I do remember seeing a comment saying that I put too many like mysterious characters at the end that I thought would be survivors, and I kind of agree with that. Looking back and like thinking about it later, I was like, yeah, but I do remember with Rantaro and Shuichi, I did put them both on there because I was like, I didn't think they would both survive, but I thought one of them would, so kind of right. Do you think I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here? This was interesting. It was different than I thought it would be for sure. It's interesting to see like how I thought the game would play out back then versus how it actually played out, because it was just like so different. Even the stuff that like I sort of got right, like it was all like I expected something totally different than like the way that they did it. So some of it's kind of sad. Some of it is kind of sad. I'm still so disappointed that Rantaro and Kaede died so soon in the game. That really bummed me out, even when doing the Let's Play. I remember after she died, and even after he died, I was kind of like, oh, gosh, I'm so bummed. Like, Rantaro I kind of saw coming more, but I was just really bummed out overall because I had so much expectations for them like initially, and I really expected them to both make it very far in the game, so that kind of bummed me out. But of course I really loved V3. The ending's growing on me more and more every day. I'm probably going to do like a video discussing like my theories and like my ideas and my opinion regarding it. I try to let you guys know what I decided to do with like the free time events and the Love Hotel stuff. I don't really know if it's going to be better for me to live stream it or for me to like let's play it right now, because I don't really know my schedule, and I wanted to let's play it because I thought that'd be easier on me, but now with what happened before with my computer overheating, I'm a bit bummed out and scared that if I record again, it'll happen. I'll lose even more free time events and like other things I've done, and then I'll just have to like cancel it all together, which that would really bum me out. So I'll try to let you guys know what I end up doing and keep you guys in the loop on that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it's not too weird seeing my face. I don't really know how to look at a camera. I feel kind of awkward doing so, and my camera is like a little bit higher than my face is, so I feel like I'm looking up and it might look kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not like the most confident person in the world, so like showing my face online, it always feels kind of awkward to me, which is partially why I don't do it very often. But I do hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you real soon.
Subscribe to Weeby News for more hope-filled videos.